Welcome back, everyone, inside the Haber Recreational Home, folks, on Championship Sunday. This is our 14U Championship final between Canada Elite, top-ranked Canada Elite, and number 2 UPlay Canada, alongside Nick Zeffi. I am Daniele Franceschi. Nick, I got to level with you, my man. This is probably my favorite age group because I enjoy watching these young guys, these up-and-comers, these fast risers. You're the expert in this field. You're our national junior scout. When we look at the talent that is on display, and yes, both rosters absolutely littered with talent, who are some of the names that we're going to keep an eye on here tonight?
There's a ton. So we look at the rosters. I mean, Canada Elite, there's a lot of team breakdown players in here as well with the affiliation. They're Canada Elite as well. You're looking at a guy, Andrew Robinson is one of the top players in his class. He's a very versatile piece, plays extremely hard on the defensive end, has some moves on the offensive end. Look out for him. Now 23, Dylan Kalembe, also another top player in the class, really learning his body, but on the defensive end he gobbles it up. Offensively, he can give you a little bit of stuff on the perimeter, give you some stuff inside, but overall he impacts the game in multiple levels, as you can see there with the block. Now, when you look at their guard position, they come in with 3 guards. They'll attack you with Javier, Tyler, Javier Glasgow, number 2, Tyler Garcia, 0. And then they've also got number 3, Daniel Allen. And it's cool because it's like 3 different skill sets, right? And they all affect the game in one way or another. Now looking at UPlay, a guy that you're going to hear a lot about is Josiah Davis, coming from the Waterloo area, lefty, extremely athletic, extremely strong, and he's going to be a guy that scored 34 points in the quarters, had 20 in the semis, and we're going to see now what he has for us in the finals. But all in all, Jaden Clayton will also be a guy that, you know, he's your Nemhard type in the sense that he just distributes, gets guys involved, understands the game, gets steals, and most importantly, Daniele, he doesn't turn the ball over.
One thing I want to add on to that, it's amazing how we can equate the last name Nemhard and use it as an adjective to describe players' games. Like, that is, to me, that is the highest compliment you could pay to any player when you are trying to draw parallels, and you can just kind of use that as sort of a comparable to illustrate how good these guys are. UPlay, corner there is Josiah Davis, no good. Rebound corralled, up ahead, down the floor. Glasgow tips it ahead, able to corral possession. Glasgow into the paint, lefty finish, got it! How about Javier Glasgow? Clayton with it under siege. He's guarded by Tyler Garcia. One of our premier matchups. 2 heavyweights here in this 14U age group. UPlay and Canada Elite. Jaden Clayton, jumper, rattles in and out, no good. Glasgow on it, he has the rebound. Up ahead, it's Garcia. Up top, Kalembe collects and finishes.
Quick start here for Canada Elite. They're winning all the 50-50 balls. They're getting out, really pressuring UPlay. UPlay hasn't got into their sets yet. They haven't really played their game. You see as Canada Elite is just absolutely pressuring the heck out of the ball as a foul is called, and Noah Oshunde will go to the line.
Oshunde, he's going to head to the charity stripe. He'll look to get UPlay on the board here. A quick 9-0 start for Canada Elite.
So there's, you know, not big contrast in these playing styles, right? Guys like to go up and down the floor, shoot a couple threes, but really what both teams are trying to do is finish at the rim. With Canada Elite, they've got a lot of size even on their bench. So when you see them make subs, it's almost like they're going from 1A to 1B, not really 1 to 2 in terms of length, size. They're subbing 6'5", 6'6" for 6'5", 6'6".
And typically what you see, especially at this level, and as they'll get older, it's the personnel that's going to dictate how you're going to play. And for them, they're able to play a fast-paced style of basketball, a fast-paced brand of basketball because they have the depth in the personnel. as Tyler Garcia is off on the three. Glasgow, three from the corner. Got it! Yes, you can chalk it up, young fella. Attacking is Davis. No good. Fight underneath. Kalambe. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with UPlay Canada, I believe. Indeed it will. Underneath, rejected, Kalambe. Garcia, shifty guard, up the floor, into the lane, he's fouled. Ostundi, he is committing the foul, and Garcia will go to the line. Nick, having watched this young backcourt, Tyler Garcia, Javier Glasgow, these two have performed exceptionally well during the high school season at Thornley Secondary School. From my standpoint, one of the best young backcourt tandems in the entire country. To that you say, my friend.
Definitely. I mean, they're skilled beyond their age. Both players are definitely able and willing to shoot the ball, make three-point baskets, get their teams involved. But with Glasgow, you get a guy that is very involved defensively, as you see him front Jaden Clayton right there and make him push off. But on the other end, you look at Tyler Garcia, I mean, skill, sharpening his skill set always. And he always comes in with great footwork, good shooting stroke, high IQ.
It must be said, Jaden Clayton, one of the top point guards in his class. We saw him actually play earlier today and even last night with the 16s for UPlay Canada. Playing up, did not look out of place whatsoever.
At all. And you know what? He understands the game at multiple levels. Now with UPlay, see him down 14-2. This is a team that, you know, they're late arriving to the party, more or less. We saw them with Northern Kings down about 10 points with I'd say about 2 minutes left, and then they went on that huge 14-2 run, eventually taking the game and moving on in the tournament. So don't ever count these guys out. They just are getting kind of a feel for the game right now.
Musundu backing down into the lane. Clayton, far side, attacking. Oh, wonderful feed, laying it up and in. An excellent finish by Malachi Koke.
So Malachi's a kid that he will absolutely surprise you with his versatility, his defensive prowess, and watch out for Josiah Davis.
Loses it temporarily. Clayton, a little bit of a push in the back there. How about Josiah Davis? Count it! Steals it and then finishes off the window.
How can you not love that toughness?
Picking up full court as well on Javier Glasgow. Glasgow, three on its way. Money! Down the pipe, Daniel Allen. Nothing but net.
Daniel Allen is a high level shooter all tournament long. It seems like if you leave him open, you might as well just count it.
Jumper on its way, got it. You can count that one. David Onwunu. Garcia crossed the timeline for Canada Elite. They lead 17-8. 11:20 remaining here in the opening half. Garcia to Allen. Allen guarded tightly by Davis and a foul.
So Allen, he's got that threat of the shot at all times, and you see as Josiah Davis gets up on him, he kind of has that push dribble in his arsenal, gets by him. And what I also saw on the defensive end for UPlay, on one side they're switching everything that Allen is involved in, on the other side they're fighting through.
And we'll see a substitution here as Nathaniel Barrett checks in, younger brother of R.J. Barrett. Of course, Barrett, he heading to Duke to begin his freshman season of college with the Blue Devils. Garcia working against Clayton. Kalambe, what a steal. Jump in the passing lane. Steal for Clayton. Attacks. And that one is swatted away. Glasgow says not in here. They will inbound UPlay along the baseline. Clayton, the trigger man. Clayton inside. Glasgow fighting for it. And it will be Canada Elite basketball. Timeout, UPlay. Canada Elite off and running. They lead 17-8 here in the 14U final. We'll be right back after this break.
Who will be crowned national champion?
Yet again, a 10-point advantage restored for Team Blue. Oh! It's Judy Charges throwing it down!
Welcome to the NPH live broadcasting experience. Allow our team of video technicians to capture your event in high definition.
Welcome back inside the Haber Center here in Burlington. 2018 Canadian National Invitational Tournament, our 14U final. Midway point here in the opening half between Canada Elite and UPlay Canada. Alongside Nick Zeffi, our National Junior Scout, I am Daniele Franceschi. Tyler Garcia kicks it now, back to Garcia, thinks about it, drives, what a dish. Kalambe getting a piece of it was Clayton, underneath, no good. It'll stay with Canada Elite. Heard the shot clock buzzer sound, but it should have been a full reset, and now it will be a full reset. Nick, your impressions through the first 10 minutes.
Now you got to wonder with UPlay, when are they going to go to James Wani and Caleb Batway? You got 6'8" and 6'5" sitting on the bench there. James Wani, a kid that shoot the three, has a really soft touch inside, but is also very physical. Caleb Batway, I mean, he's all muscle. It looks like he's been chiseled by the Greek gods. You got to wonder when those guys are going to get in the game. I mean, right now the disparity has been inside. I think Canada Elite has a lot more length inside. They have a lot more toughness, and they've just really had their way so far.
I agree with everything you just said there. Question for you. How do you become chiseled like a Greek god?
Genetics, my friend.
I don't know, maybe
genetics.
There's a gym?
Yeah, that as well, right? That as well.
That might help, but I agree with you, and I think speaking of Caleb Attaway, who you alluded to and mentioned as a chiseled like a Greek god, that was your explanation and your analysis of him. He's been putting in a ton of work. Currently attends Vaughan Secondary School. Having seen him up close, he's been putting in a lot of work throughout the spring and now into the summer. I believe he's a guy that could impact this game. I do believe that, and I'm with you. I think it's interesting and quite fascinating, frankly, when you see a guy like Dylan Kalambe on the floor who's just absolutely having his way on the interior, blocking shots, he's going to rebound for you, and you have guys with size on the bench. I mean, you might want to match that physicality if you're UPlay.
Definitely, and as we say that, Benjamin Izagu, younger brother of Casey, is going to check in as UPlay, looking to kind of eliminate the size from Canada Elite.
Clayton, three in the corner, short, rebound, and a foul. And that will be charged to Jaden Clayton. Substitution coming. Checking into the game.
How many? I'm 3. Yes.
UPlay dialing up some pressure here. Canada Elite, they get it across. Attacking the basket. Draped all the way. Count it. A great finish. Off the window. Barrett with it. Barrett across now to Ostundi. Into the lane, no good. Fighting for it underneath. We have a held ball. And it will be Canada Elite basketball. Or it will stay with UPlay, excuse me. Substitution coming, and you talk about some size. And there he is, the big fella, James Wani, checking in.
So with James Wani, another Waterloo native, Waterloo product, he's a kid that he'll hit the three, right? He'll go inside, he'll finish, and he'll rebound as well as provide a lot of length and girth in that paint.
Otsundi hitting the triple from the corner. Now down to single digits, an 8-point game. Kalambe, just too big. Barrett committing the foul as Kalambe barrels down on him.
Right, and we talk fundamentals on defense, right? Right-handed player just strolls right, goes right into the lane, able to shoot it with his right. I mean, you got to make a kid like Dylan Kalembe show you that he could go left, right? And it's a lot of what we saw last weekend as well with Elijah Fisher. And we had Andrew Robertson guarding him, forcing him left, making him do the tough things. And that's something that UPlay definitely has to start thinking about, as Dylan Kalembe, I think he's impacted the game so far very positively for Canada Elite.
He picks up the foul there along the baseline. But I'd agree with you on that, Nick, in terms of the impact of Kalambe. He has been instrumental in helping them build this early lead. Otsundi, nice move in the open floor. Gets it back to Clayton. Clayton with Garcia on his back hip. Three, short. Rebound. Canada Elite will have possession. Glasgow operating at the top. Screen set. Glasgow into the lane, spins, steps back, fading away, off balance, no good. Underneath, and a travel. D'Angelo Cortez. Oh, and how about this? Lloyd Dixon, Coach Lloyd Dixon on the floor, pleading with the officials.
Well, Lloyd Dixon's not here, but that's Xavier McLaughlin over from Canada Elite. I know it says Lloyd Dixon on the
the game sheet.
The game sheet there, but quick coach substitution.
If you can sub players, I guess you can sub coaches too. Otsundi, corner three on its way. Got it! Dial it up. UPlay Canada starting to fight their way back into this one. Now a 6-point ball game. Garcia, across the timeline. Oh, from way downtown, no good. Rebound, he's turning it over. Glasgow, Euro step, give it to him. Excellent finish, Javier Glasgow.
What a Euro step there. Change of speed, change of levels. I mean, he had everyone fooled on that one.
The Houdini act from Javier Glasgow. Clayton, baseline, underneath, out of bounds, and it will stay with UPlay Canada. Substitution coming. Tega Adjisi in for Canada Elite. Otsundi. Then we'll reset the shot clock.
So as of right now, UPlay really looking to attack from the corners, kind of the extended elbows on the three-point line. A lot of down screens, getting guys open on those type of looks. Canada Elite is really trying to force them baseline, right? They don't want them to go middle. They're forcing them baseline. They're saying, hey, look, if you want to finish, you can finish over all this size, all this athleticism that we have. Now, with guys like a James Wani who just hit that three, if they're able to get solid screens, good looks, you just got to knock them down for UPlay.
To your point, on top of that, you're seeing I wouldn't say polarizing styles of play, but certainly Canada Elite wants to push the pace, it seems. And they're most effective in transition. And we've seen that. The skill of these guards, the ability of these guards to get up and down the floor and to create fast break opportunities, that's been a key thus far. And again, defensively, by getting stops, outletting the ball, getting it up the floor, that's what's going to initiate that fast break offense as well.
Oh, definitely. And I think when you look at their roster, right, they've got really good one-on-one options, one-on-one players that can break their guy down and get to the rim or hit that mid-range or hit the floater, right, or find, the guy that's cutting off of the double team. So they've got ball handlers, creators, scorers, and I think that's going to be the issue for UPlay, especially heading into that second half. How do they contain those guys?
And maybe another topic of discussion would be even the depth of this UPlay team, right, in the fatigue factor. You're seeing Canada Elite really go deep into their bench early on in this game. How is that going to influence UPlay, who right now is rolling with a much tighter rotation? Rebound, Canada Elite has control. Up the floor. Jesse has it. He loses it. Ball is on the ground. Wani, and he's going to get whistled for travel. Ended up on his backside. So Canada Elite will retain possession. Battling down inside, and a foul on the floor.
Again, James Wani beat right by a right-handed player. Force him left, force him into help, force him any other way except right.
Most coaches have the philosophy of either, hey, we're going to force them to their weak side hand, or we're going to force them baseline, or there are variations, of course, to defensive philosophies. And here's Clayton up the floor. Jaden Clayton ahead. Otsundi lays it in with the left hand. A nice finish and a good feed from Jaden Clayton.
Noah can do some really nice things around the rim. He's got a good jumper as well, but that length, you look at those arms, he's got a lot of extension, and he can really play above the rim, basically at will.
No good on the three-point attempt, but they get it back. Oh, and a rejection underneath, and they outlet the ball, and here comes Clayton, up ahead. Losing footing underneath the basket, and it's a turnover, and Canada Elite down the other way. Turnover again. Clayton, one-handed pass, baseball pass all the way down the floor. They convert the layup. Now a 4-point game here with 2:15 remaining in the opening half. Garcia crosses the timeline. Screen set by Cortez. Down inside, Cortez, and he's fouled by Clayton.
There's another, coaching kind of philosophy there. Do you front the post, right? If you're a younger, if you're a smaller player, are you going to fight, scrap your way in front the post, make sure that that type of a pass doesn't come in? Because if you're on the guy's back at Jaden Clayton's size, and then you look at a guy like D'Angelo, you're not going to do much you're waiting for the double at that point, right? You want to make it hard, or do you just front the post and deny, make them go over the top, where it's a lot more easy to get guys in there kind of hitting away, slapping away at the ball.
Glasgow able to get inside position there, but couldn't finish. Now on the other end, battle for a loose ball. UPlay comes up with it, and a travel. Canada Elite, they will claim possession and will inbound along the far sideline. It's Kalembe, and he inbounds to Garcia. Tyler Garcia, across the timeline, step back three, no good. Rebound, Otsundi. Bringing it up the floor, Jaden Clayton getting a breather in some foul trouble. Already with a couple here in the first half. Inside now, working it down, and a foul.
So Izagu there, nice move, right? He goes inside, spins, and he uses the left.
And he will go to the foul line.
Don't see many players try that left-handed finish, especially over length like that from Dylan Kalembe. So you like to see that, but you'd also like to see him put those free throws to bed.
First free throw, no good for Azagu.
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
Second free throw, good. Substitution coming for UPlay. Caleb Attaway checking in. James Wani getting a breather. A minute 15 remaining here in the opening half. A 3-point lead for Canada Elite. The deficit has closed. 3 on its way, no good. Rebound and deflected out of play.
One of my biggest pet peeves, players going up with one hand for rebounds, one-handed rebounds. How many times have you seen those balls just slam off the ground, slam off the backboard, go out of bounds, get stripped? Players, two hands for the ball.
And with that piece of advice, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back.
We've traveled across the country and back. 7 years running. Canada's basketball talent blossoms right before our eyes. From coast to coast. It's our job to bring it to the light. No gimmicks, just hard work on the hardwood. Who will step up to the plate this summer? Who will make their game undeniable and challenge every man in front of him? Game will speak.
Back inside the Haber Recreational Center here in Burlington, our 14U National Championship at Canada Elite. Kalembe able to keep it alive. Inside and a foul. Osei Okeji will go to the foul line.
And Osei's a kid I've seen since about grade 6. Very talented player, and right about now, as he airballs a free throw, right now he's really kind of getting into his own in terms of his teenage athleticism. He's got some bounce to him. So if he catches some guys, don't be shocked if he's able to throw it down on them pretty viciously.
Up ahead now, UPlay, and the trap, pressure coming. Otsunde able to get it across. Underneath, blocked. They get it back and they finish. Oh, nifty move and a good finish on the inside.
Robinson with an absolute beauty of a jelly finish there. I mean, the kid definitely is able to get up there, contort his body, put some spin on the ball, and finish in style.
UPlay will inbound along the near sideline.
Caleb. No.
Otsunde
Go through.
with it. Attaway posting up and he gets possession. Looking to work on the block. Now pushed out of the block. Deflected. It'll stay with UPlay. 17 seconds remaining here in the opening half. Canada Elite leading 24-21. Again, they go down to Attaway. Again, he's working. The double comes. Kicks it out. Middle of the floor. Runner no good. Battling for the loose ball. It's a rebound and corralled by Andrew Robinson. Up ahead. Count it plus the foul! Vashon Alette put it on the board, and he'll go to the line to look at make it a 3-point play.
Alette playing 1 year up. This is an 8th grader, folks. He's playing in the 9th grade division and doesn't look out of place at all.
And with .2 on the clock, Alette with an opportunity to extend this lead for Canada Elite. And he does just that. A 6-point lead for Canada Elite as we head into the half. Our 14U National Championship up for grabs here in Burlington. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, it's second half action here at the CNIT.
The National Preparatory Association is expanding for Season 3. Canada's only national prep school basketball league is accepting applications from high-level programs from coast to coast. The NPA provides top competition, unrivaled exposure, and every program will have an impact in the growth of the league. We may also be able to provide opportunities for individual players looking to join one of the NPA teams. Email info@northpolehoops.com to start the process for your chance to join a nation inspired. Streaming directly on all NPH media platforms. Up-to-the-minute live game coverage featuring professional commentators and analysts.
Tip in. No good. 2 seconds to go. Oh!
Commercial spots available to promote and market your brand, event, or product. Enjoy the ultimate way to catch the game when you can't.
That man from Quebec can fly.
Exposure starts here.
Yet again, a 10-point advantage restored for Team Blue. Oh! It's Judy Charges throwing it down!
Welcome to the NPH live broadcasting experience. Allow our team of video technicians to capture your event in high definition. Streaming directly on all NPH media platforms. Up-to-the-minute live game coverage featuring professional commentators and analysts.
Tip in. No good. 2 seconds to go. Oh!
Commercial spots available to promote and market your brand, event, or product. Enjoy the ultimate way to catch the game.
Who will be crowned national champion?
Let's keep it going. Keep the intensity high.
Get your feet square, get your feet square.
Take it home, write it down, grab a homie, and work on it. Work on it. Master.
Second half underway between Canada Elite and UPlay Canada. Our championship final for this 14U division has both teams vying for national supremacy here at the CNIT. Alongside our national junior scout Nick Zeffi, I am Daniele Franceschi. And we thank you for joining us. I feel like I haven't done that enough today. So I'm going to say thank you to our audience for joining us here.
We got to thank everyone. We got to thank the
Absolutely.
NCAA coaches for coming through. We got to thank the coaches that, coach these great young athletes for all the volunteer hours that they've put in. We got to thank the parents for all the time that they spend on the road and, down south and everywhere they go. We got to thank the players for putting in all the time that they do to be great. We got to thank the refs for all that they do. I mean, our video crew, the entire staff for putting on such a great event, all our sponsors. We got to thank everyone. Thank you so much, guys, for making the CNIT possible.
It's a lot of gratitude. A lot of gratitude.
Hey, man, I just get it from you. I'm just feeding off you, man. Most gracious guy I know. I got to thank you as well.
I appreciate it, Nick. Thank you, sir, for joining me for
It's
this
an honor.
14U title
It's an honor
game.
and a pleasure.
And then our 15U championship following this one as Garcia hits the free throw. Jaden Clayton up the floor for UPlay. And they're going with the horn set. Just trying to stretch the defense a little bit. Clayton, 3 on the way, short. Battling for it, and they get it back. Down inside, Josiah Davis lays it in. Two-handed finish.
Josiah Davis, 2 early fouls there in the first half. That's why you didn't see much of him. He tried to check himself in, actually, and coach kind of grabbed him and said, no, buddy, you got 2. We need you for the second half, so you're going to see a lot more of him moving forward as he's been one of the most dominant players. Now, for UPlay, I think they got to be a lot more assertive, a lot more aggressive, and trust their instincts. They're second-guessing themselves too much. They're coming off screens, coming off action, and they don't know what they want to do. Bobbling the ball, not sure if they want to take the shots. They got to understand that, hey, you got to make split-second decisions in this game, and they got to be the right one. For Canada Elite, they want to do this: run, 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 right? And in this, look, even in a broken play, they come up with something, and it's something going towards the rim. So Canada Elite is best in transition. UPlay got to be more decisive.
And it will be Canada Elite with possession of the basketball. They'll be inbounding along the baseline. And they get it into Tyreek Blake. Blake, 3, no good. Rebound corralled by UPlay. It's Jaden Clayton with it. Across the timeline. Otsundi, 3 on the way. No good. Just a little strong on that one. Blake with it. Up the sideline now. Oh, would have been a pretty passing play there, but Otsunde, and he steps out of bounds.
No one needs to know better than that. I mean, he was tightrope walking it there. Maybe push the ball ahead of him and then go chase it down, but you got to love the effort.
Canada Elite will inbound. Blake sends it to Garcia. Tyler Garcia running the point for this Canada Elite squad. Ranked number 1 coming into this tournament. UPlay number 2 respectively.
One of the only rankings I got right. Glad that they proved me right. Can't say much of the same for the 15Us.
Glasgow driving straight into the lane, and he's fouled by Clayton.
Clayton took out the body there instead of going straight up. Glasgow, you love that left-hand finish. Very, very high skill, high level stuff there.
And that's the 3rd on Clayton, so James Wani promptly checking in. Correction, that is 4 on Jaden Clayton, so he's in some foul trouble here. Glasgow, free throw no good.
That is a big blow here for UPlay. They run all their stuff through Clayton. Someone on their squad is now going to have to step up. Look for Josiah Davis to be the next man in line.
Glasgow, 2nd free throw is good. Josiah Davis with possession of the basketball, crossing the timeline, working against Garcia. Davis into multiple defenders, and he draws a foul. Kalambe, and it looks like he might have twisted his ankle, or he's in some discomfort down on the baseline. But if you're UPlay, as aggressive as Josiah Davis needs to be, and certainly they're going to need him to score. They need him to adopt that scorer's mentality here in the second half. You also don't want to see him going into multiple defenders either. So pick your spots if you're Josiah Davis.
You gotta think he's lucky on that play. A couple defenders were out of position, but the referees don't typically give you that call where there's 3 guys in the paint that haven't really even moved, and you're bull rushing into them, bull in a china shop type deal. So Josiah's definitely got to pick his spots, and he also has to look for the 3 a bit more. I don't think he shot it enough. He's got a really smooth jumper, and it kind of gives you that inside-outside threat.
And Tyreek Blake checking in for Tega Ajisi. Driving baseline. Wani, good defense there underneath by Blake. Hand straight up in the air, and it's a turnover. You can't have empty possessions. You cannot afford empty possessions if you're UPlay.
Blake just in the lane, had his hands up, was, you can argue maybe he wasn't in the best defensive position, but nonetheless, he didn't create the contact.
Tyler Garcia, dribble handoff exchange with Javier Glasgow. Glasgow, Garcia, pull it, no good. Blake, offensive rebound, attacking the basket, and he's fouled.
Blake is extremely aggressive there. He might have got away with the push-off, but it's not for a lack of effort or a lack of trying. He's very active, has very good hands, and is not afraid to go up with anybody. He can also run the floor like a deer for a 6'5", ninth grader. It's extremely impressive. Leave him open for a couple threes, too. He'll take them, as we saw at our MPH showcase. He made a lot of guys regret leaving him open on that three-point line.
Foul charge to David Onawu. Misses on the second by Blake, but they get the offensive rebound. Into the lane, they kick it to Blake. Blake, extra pass, Glasgow. Garcia, open look. Garcia, extra dribble. Garcia, floater. Count it, money for Tyler Garcia.
Tyler Garcia,
Wani.
he's taking those shots and he started to make them.
Well, now you see him stretch the defense. Hit a couple threes in the first half. Now on that, they bite on that pump fake. Takes the extra dribble, gets a nice look on the interior. And a lot of coaches will talk about how important it is to get paint touches, to generate penetration that will result in touches inside the paint. When you're doing that, that's typically a sign of good offense, positive results, because you're sucking the defense in, you're making them really work to defend and to rotate, and you're challenging their rotations.
And you gotta love the rhythm dribble too, right? The pump fake to the rhythm dribble to the up, and it's nothing but money. So Tyler Garcia, he's played a good game. He's taken the right shots. He hasn't made them all, but as you take the right shots, the game comes to you, and that's exactly what he's done. He's let the game come to him. Onanawu,
First is good. Finds the bottom of the net.
Onanawu, definitely a guy with great touch. Got some nice physicals on him as he continues to, really get into his body. You're gonna see him get a much.
Second free throw, no good. He gets his own rebound, but he's promptly rejected by Kalambe. How about that finish? Malachi Koke somehow, some way, gets that one to fall.
I don't even know what type of spin he put on that ball. All I know is they hit that backboard, and it was nothing but mesh.
He went across the pond to put some English on that one. Down inside, and that, my friend, is enough air miles to go on a vacation, a travel.
I'm surprised he didn't take his luggage with him on that one.
And Canada Elite will inbound, near sideline. Garcia up the floor. 5-point lead for Canada Elite. 11:30 remaining. Garcia, three, no good. Rebound, out and running is UPlay. Otsundi, and one! That is Josiah Davis.
Right hand, left hand, doesn't matter for this man. I mean, he goes up, takes guys with him. Look at that frame strength, hops. He's got it all, and he's got a really nice hairdo as well.
He's wearing 1-1, and you can add one to that one. He'll go to the foul line for one more. Try to make this just a 2-point game. UPlay showing some major resilience and character as Josiah Davis hits on the free throw. Tyler Garcia across the timeline for Canada Elite.
You know how they say that your team takes the character of your best player, your most valuable player. Josiah Davis is one tough cookie as he is going back down the lane, but Tyler Garcia reads him like a book.
Turns it over. Garcia, how about the recovery? Oh my goodness, Davis ahead. Onwunu, got it. Lays it in with the left hand.
There is no quit in this kid. Wow, the motor, the energy. He does not care about the previous possession. He's a next play guy.
It's a fresh ball game, folks. 31-31, 10 minutes to go, and a foul. Glasgow will go to the line. A great run from UPlay. And they've knotted this thing up at 31 apiece.
So in hindsight, Daniele, you see that Clayton picks up his fourth foul. They go to, exclusively go to Josiah Davis. What do they get in that? They get aggression, they get motor, they get heart, they get physicality. They get a kid that's willing to run through the wall, as he has absolutely put UPlay on his back here in the second half, sitting out most of the first half with those two fouls.
Glasgow makes good on the first. Second, sinks it. Substitution, and it is Javier Glasgow checking out of the ball game. He'll get a breather. Marcus Merrill in for Canada Elite, excuse me. Davis looking to break down Garcia. Oh my, Josiah Davis. And with the hands on the hips, says, yes sir, give it to me.
Josiah Davis and Tyler Garcia for the first time, he looks a little overwhelmed. Like, really? This guy again? What can I do to stop him? You got to think that Coach X, he's got to go to another matchup here.
Davis, he's fouled. Was able to leak out in the open floor. This unit right here, establishing some serious momentum for UPlay. We're all knotted up once again, 33 apiece. UPlay looking to take their first lead of the ball game.
Talking about units, you see with Canada Elite, they do not have Dylan Kalembe in the game. He has been a difference maker, kind of went down with a little bit of a tweaked ankle. Hopefully we see him back into the matchup as well. Javier Glasgow, is he going to come in now and try to be the Josiah Davis stopper? Tyler Garcia has tried his best, and he's been very good in his effort, but right now, Josiah is getting what he wants.
Ezagu, yes sir! Like his brother, finishing on the interior and attacking the 10.
Goes either hands, left, right, doesn't matter, folks. That is some high-level skill set.
Allen, cutting to the basket. Oh, baby, good finish. And excellent body control by Marcus Merle. Josiah Davis, the spark plug, the engine for this UPlay team. Davis, he loses it, but they get it back anyway. Otsundi, no good. Rebound battle, and they get it back. Otsundi, oh! How about that? Acrobatic move, and the finish.
The show and go with a little bit of a scoop. Oh my goodness. Osunde putting UPlay right back into the driver's seat.
Garcia, oh man. Trading blow for blow. Merle, no good. Rebound, leaking out. Josiah Davis. Josiah Davis. Left hand, he'll take the easy two.
And he looks absolutely gassed. He is running on pure heart and spirit at this point.
And Jaden Clayton, as we say that, set to check right back into this ball game. He left, they were trailing. He will check in and they will have the lead. Garcia, floater, good. It is a 3-point deficit for Canada Elite with 6:15 remaining. Davis.
And you got to think with the substitutions now, Josiah Davis is going to get a breather as he has been absolutely...
ran right into a wall. Substitutions coming. Onwunwu and Clayton in for UPlay. What run from that unit. Wani and Davis checking out, getting a breather. Glasgow coming in for Canada Elite.
Now, if you're Canada Elite, they've gone to Tyler Garcia in the pick and roll. He's made some really, really good decisions. Let's see if they go back to that now with Kalembe.
Kalembe, screen set, Garcia rejects, attacks, no good on the floater. Clayton, full court pass, great feed, excellent lead pass, layup, no good. Kalembe, rebound, he's fouled. And it looks like Koke might have tweaked something, but he is the culprit on that exchange and will pick up the foul.
UPlay is going to an opposite leak type system, so wherever the strong side is, if you're on the weak side, they're just letting that guy go. And they know their guys are looking up and are very able in making that long outlet pass.
Glasgow, no good. And to that point, Nick, you're taking your chances. You're willing to gamble, and in that instance, if anything, you're willing to say, okay, our 4 defensive rebounders, we're going to hope will outlast the 5 offensive rebounders for Canada Elite. And so far, it's allowed them to get out and run in transition, get some easy baskets. As we head down the stretch, Nick, 4:36 remaining, 3-point game. when you're looking at both sides, what's going to determine who's going to walk away with some hardware here this afternoon?
Couple things. Javier Glasgow, we're going to see him in these last couple minutes here, 4:30 on the clock. He's going to want to take over. We've seen it a couple times here. Now going to the free throw line with the Euro step. He's strong, shoot the ball. He's got great instincts, and he's got great craftiness and trickness in that, pick and roll. On the other end, like we said, UPlay is betting on their 4 rebounders. They're going to leak. They want to get it out, and they want to kind of even up the fast break points, because at this point, I think we can confidently say Canada Elite is in the edge in that certain aspect of the game.
And after a quick blow, as UPlay breaks the huddle, you see Josiah Davis right back out on the floor. And wow, what an impact he has had. He has been absolutely sensational for UPlay. Instrumental in mounting this comeback, helping them get back into this game. Glasgow at the stripe. First, no good. Glasgow, couple deep breaths. Second, also, and he gets the friendly roll. Shooter's bounce. Clayton will bring it up the floor and orchestrate the offense for UPlay. Jaden Clayton engineering the offense. He gets it down inside. Koke kicks. Onwundu. Extra pass. No foul. They outlet ahead. Garcia, one-on-one against Clayton. Garcia gets it to go.
And you gotta love the finish by Garcia, going wrong foot, finish there, and it absolutely helped him on that speedy burst that he had going towards the rim.
His skill set is very mature for his age. There is no question about that. His package, when you talk about his ball handling ability, along with his touch around the basket, and you saw it right there, the use of his footwork. Excellent job as Josiah Davis, the steal, and then the finish.
Josiah Davis has been a man on a mission. 2 fouls early on, but he was locked in on the bench. He didn't take his eyes off the court, just waiting to come back in. And he was studying the court. He was looking for weaknesses.
And a steal! Davis! Give it to him! Lays it in! Jumps the passing lane and finishes with the left hand.
This guy has been unreal.
44-40. And the steal! Onwundu. And he feeds it back to Clayton. And they'll set it up. With a national title on the line, folks. Clayton, shifty, underneath. Oh, baby! Clayton, the maestro! And the finish! Izagu!
What a change of speed, change of pace dribble there. And then the nice whoop-de-doop, no-look pass. That was fancy, beautiful, whatever you want to call it.
Some razzle-dazzle, Nick. Josiah Davis, here he comes again. He's not slowing down one bit.
4 dribbles. Took him 4 dribbles to get that rebound, get past the half-court line before he was eventually fouled.
A 6-point lead for UPlay Canada. Substitutions coming, and we will see Tyler Garcia take a seat for the first time tonight. Inside, Onwundu. A lot of contact, but they let him play through it. And now the trap is on, and Clayton comes up with it. Clayton behind the back. Jaden Clayton. Crossover. Lane. Oh my goodness! Acrobatic pass. Loses it. Glasgow. He's off and running. Glasgow. Ahead. Got it.
That's Tega with the finish for Canada Elite. Jaden Clayton had a nice pass there. You'd like to see David Onwundu take that shot. He went into traffic, and that led to what Canada Elite loves on the fast break.
Wow, look at that.
Davis. Oh my! Josiah Davis!
What hasn't this kid done?
The magician! Turnover! Ball's loose! Up ahead, Clayton! Davis! And he can't keep it alive. He does! It's in play! Glasgow down the other way! Tega! Lane! Foul!
Why is everything we talk about?
And my goodness. We take a breath. Nick, to collect ourselves here.
It has
48.
been an absolute show here by Josiah Davis. Look at him. He's absolutely gassed. He's got handshakes going on the side, but what he really wants is that water bottle. He has absolutely done everything, Daniele. I mean, from the fast court finishes to defending to reading the passing lanes to getting his teammates up. I mean, he has been the best player on the floor today. No questions asked. Mark it down. Josiah Davis has made his name at the Canadian National Invitational Tournament.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt, Nick, he has been, again, by far the most impactful, the most impressive player on the floor here tonight. And one of the most gutsy performances in this entire tournament. A timeout on the floor. UPlay ahead by 6. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back to bring you the finale, the finish of this outstanding 14U championship game. Don't go anywhere. Quick breather. Oh boy, for everybody involved. And we're back.
It has been an absolute game of runs here, especially in the second half.
Less than a minute to go now. Allen 3, short. And it is out of bounds, and a nice job boxing out by Benjamin Azagu. It will be UPlay ball. Otsundi will inbound. He's the trigger man. Clayton, nice job receiving the inbound pass with Glasgow on him. Nice retreat dribble as well. Establishes himself in the front court. Jaden Clayton, he's rejected down underneath by Kalambe. Kalambe again. Another one, Malachi Koke, can't get it to go. Underneath, still fighting for it. Allen, now it is Clayton, and they will slow it down. Josiah Davis, a man on a mission tonight. Spin move. Foul and one! Josiah Davis! Oh my!
Everything he has touched has turned into gold here. Outstanding. What a performance. What an absolute show.
Nick, sign me up. I'm giving him a scholarship right now. Sign me up. Unbelievable.
This will go down as one of the most legendary performances at the CNIT.
And he gets the friendly roll. A 9-point lead for UPlay. Glasgow driving, lays it in. Timeout, UPlay. Nick, wow. We have to continue to shed some praise on this young man, Josiah Davis. Whatever his numbers are, he has been absolutely remarkable.
There's no answer. You foul him, he scores. Let him go, he scores. You force him right, he scores.
He's a cheat code.
you build a wall in front of him, he finds his way around it.
He jumps over it, he goes over it.
You try to go at him on defense, pickpockets your guards. He has been an absolute monster.
And when we spoke about somebody needing to step up for this team, especially with Jaden Clayton in foul trouble, You put the mark, you put the asterisk beside his name and said, this is the guy. And lo and behold, he has been every bit extraordinary. One of the most historic performances I think we've ever seen here at this tournament.
I remember a long time ago, Jerome Smith, trainer for the Mississauga Monarchs, also a coach for UPlay at the time. He told me, I asked him, you know, who are some of your special guys? And he said, mark this name down, Nick. Mark this name down. Josiah Davis. And I'm a smart man. I listen to guys like that.
Koke, and they will foul. So Garcia will foul. 10 seconds to go, and UPlay on the verge of celebrating a championship, taking home some hardware. The number 2 seed in this tournament. They are battle tested, folks. They had to outlast a scrappy Northern Kings squad to advance. Trailing by double digits in that game, late in that game, managed to make a comeback. Koke, no good on the free throw. But Nick, as we await this one, regardless of the outcome, both of these teams, incredible, incredible showing this weekend, and certainly the top 2 teams in their age class.
Definitely, definitely. I think they both go home proud of what they've done, no matter what the results may be.
Garcia, no good, and that'll do it, folks. UPlay Canada on the back of a historic performance from Josiah Davis. They are the 14U CNIT national champions. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everyone here at North Pole Hoops, we thank you for watching this 14U championship game. We are 3/4 of the way home. We have one more contest to go as our staff lures out the table. We will have the presentation of awards, medals, championship apparel. It is UPlay Canada on top of the world. They are national champions 2018. Thank you all for watching. We will be back to bring you our 15U final after this.